Hi survivors, it's me, Purpose Ann, reporting to you. Hope you guys are doing well, because what's going on in this world is not. I just remember the last video I did about society's collapsing fast. I forgot to share with y'all. I had mentioned what one of you guys has said. I don't think I shared what he said about in regards to the weather and all this stuff that's going on. He was telling me to be careful here in Texas with the weather, because the weather has been extremely cold. And he was saying that allegedly the grid may go down, and make sure that we're prepared. And I've been feeling it. I'm telling y'all, because what we went through with that Texas winter storm last year, they waited until it was freezing cold and turned off that grid on purpose, turned off the grid, and people died. People died of carbon monoxide sitting in their car with the car running, which is something, y'all, please don't do that. And so I just, thank God for being a prepper. I make sure I have backup energy sources, generator, homemade ways that are safe. Ways that I showed y'all how to, start fires to keep warm in the house. I have things, and I'm grateful for it. But this video is not about that. Well, I should make it about that. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about being careful of where you're going right now. Be very, very careful of where you're going. If you can try to eliminate going far distances, that's going to take you away from your friends and family members, people who will be there for you. You going through some hard times or emergency situation, do it. It's a lot of stuff going on out here. Right now, it's not the time. You go far away, like what happened to that girl Brittany over in Russia. Something that just happened to me out there in New York City. And I had to call family members, and I hated it. I was in a situation I couldn't do nothing. But like I said, I don't want to go into that. But just want to be careful, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's a lot of evil going on in this world right now. And if you find yourself away from your family and you're alone and you somewhere far, you need to be really careful. If you can avoid the traveling, I would seriously avoid it, y'all. Because this is not just a domestic agenda. This is a worldwide agenda. Stuff is happening everywhere, y'all. It's people coming out with stories of crazy things happening to them all over the United States. And we see, since this certain political party, the left, has been in positions of power and leadership, we seeing this whole country tank. And the last thing you want to do is find yourself in other parts where you are vulnerable. When I say vulnerable, you don't have your family there. You don't have your friends there. You don't have prepping stuff there. You don't have, you're not familiar with places, and you're not familiar with people. And God forbid something happened to you, it's hard for your family members to get there to you. It's hard for your friends to be there for you. You might just put yourself in a position where, you can be in some trouble. Not from your own doing, just from these ugly agendas. And you can't get out of it. It's really, really serious out here. It's really, really dark out here. And it's a lot going on. A lot of places lost a lot of money during this pandemic, and they're trying to get it back, and it's coming from at the expense of us. Whether it's our freedom, because they're making a lot of money locking folks up right now for nothing, and the people who are doing something, they get out. It's coming at the expense of our finances, stuff costing extremely a lot of money. It's coming at the expense of our sanity. And another thing people have to realize that, like I said, people lost so much money during the pandemic. These cities getting them back. They getting it back, but the way they going about it is so ugly. And it's legal for them. You know, so just be very, very, very careful. They're building a lot of more prisons right now. A lot of more hospitals. A lot of places people are losing their minds. I've seen women right in front of me just lose their minds because of everything that's going on out here. So we're around dangerous people in dangerous times. And not only that, unless you have to travel for work or whatever the case is, just be careful. The cost of food in most of these other places are very expensive. I know when I showed you guys the price of food here in Texas, a lot of y'all was like, that's still kind of affordable compared to where I live. A lot of places, food is unaffordable, especially in New York, especially in California, especially in like big city, Chicago, and all these different places, especially in demon rat run places, you know. So, you know, if you're trying to keep the money that you do have and the life that you do have and the freedom that you do have, limit that traveling. I'm telling you. Now it's not the time. Then you don't want to be somewhere far, especially as a prepper. And I learned this the hard way. And you don't have asset to your preps. Y'all know when I do go places, I make sure I have enough water. Like even if I get to the place I'm going, if I have to order it or go get it, I'm going. Because I'm not going to be without water if I can help it. Or I'll be around. I always make sure I'm located in an area where there is a body of water. People don't take water seriously. I do. That's the main life source besides God. And I also make sure that I get a lot of food. But with food being scarce and water being questionable and scarce as well, you have to be careful where you're going. Just really, 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 truly be careful. You don't want to be deprived of the things you need in order to survive. It's like a lot of people being swept off the streets. And not the people that live on the streets. I'm talking people that live in a society that have homes and apartments, condos, whatever, cars, are being swept off the streets and placed places where they never thought they'd be and can't get out. And then they're under the subjection of torment and under the subjection of someone else that's controlling them. These are facts. I'm warning y'all. And this is no allegedly stuff. This stuff is really happening. Seriously. So be careful. You know, since I've been back home, I'm like, all that moving around for me, Put myself back in the country and preparing for my life of just being totally self-reliant and getting off this old evil, wicked beast system where you can't never excel and have nothing. And right now they putting everything in place to deplete everything you have. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Be extremely careful. Please follow me on other platforms. Sign up for the newsletter on purpleZam.com. If you're looking for land in bug out areas here in Texas, I do have some for sale and for lease. And try to get you guys some unrestricted land. It's very affordable, y'all. They have unrestricted land. You put $200 down, $200 for the month, and you can pay it every month where you can have something to fall back on during these times we're facing and what's coming up. Y'all, it's going to be bad. Really, really. It's already getting there. But people, I don't know. I'm telling y'all, it's getting terrible. And the way we living now, we're not going to be able to keep on doing it. And please, as well, as always, watch this world, watch the weather, smell your water, boil your water before you use it. Keep surviving. purpleZam.com.